Welcome to day 5 of this, the Netball World Youth Cup from Gaborone in Botswana. This is a game that is incredibly important. It is Jamaica up against Uganda in the Pool C final game, which will decide the positioning for first, second and third place. If you remember, Botswana gained the victory by 2 goals over Jamaica. Uganda beat Botswana. So it's all to play for in this game. We've got various different calculations and I'm not sure which one to believe, so we'll let the game play itself out and we'll go through the team lists, and then I'll throw to Jill McIntosh, who joins me in commentary for this, one of the most important games. So Jamaica's squad is on the screen. The starting 7: Nelson goal shooter, Williams goal attack, Tinglin wing attack, Price centre, Douglas wing defence, Wilson goal defence, Dehaney the captain. KD and Dehaney very disappointed with that performance of her squad against Botswana. And for Uganda, squad is on the screen. Starting 7: Sira goal shooter, Ayaru goal attack, Nakibule wing attack, Kiza centre, Nakibule wing defence, Nampungu goal defence, Nawanja goalkeeper. The captain, Joan Nampungu, and the coach, James Bogeri. The shared surname of Nakibula, it is Fauzia Nakibula at wing defence and Joyce at wing attack. And Jill, this will be a feisty contest. Well, that's what we're expecting.
We sure are expecting a feisty contest. The winner of this is guaranteed the top spot in the pool, and if Jamaica go down, they're out and Botswana in, so it is a critically important match with the 3 teams. And we saw yesterday what Botswana can do. We saw the day before what Uganda can do, so now it really falls back onto Jamaica, having lost yesterday, to rebound, to gather themselves and put out a very good start to this match and put the pressure onto Uganda.
So they're the words of Jill McIntosh, an ex-Australia national coach, and we're about to get this game underway. Our officials, Tara Warner, Anne Hay, and reserve Angela Lush. So game on, Uganda in possession. So first goal, Uganda. And Jill, you talked about how well the defence might stop the shooter pairing of Nelson and Williams.
Yes, we saw in the Jamaica game how well Nelson and Williams did, and the matchup of the Uganda goalkeeper, Nawaja, she's a shorter player, so she has a huge job ahead of her. I think we're going to look at the both ends, because up the other end, and the Jamaica pairing of Dehaney and Wilson was so good yesterday, but their counterparts, the shooters for Uganda, were excellent. So it's going to be a game of 2 ends, and which shooting combination can get on top.
So the locals, the supporters from Botswana, they'll be right behind Uganda. So it's 3 goals to Uganda. Jamaica yet to get on the board. Strong hold there by Nelson, but electing to play the ball through to Williams, and she secures the first goal for Jamaica. A talented 17-year-old. So offside by Douglas gives Uganda possession.
think it's vitally important for Jamaica how mentally resilient they've bounced back from yesterday's defeat. It would have been a crushing defeat for them, so they haven't started too badly, but they do need to keep this score in check.
So that was a contact call, and it's straight down to Nelson, who surely will secure this one. She does so. 3 goals to Uganda, 2 to Jamaica. And Dehaney, she's a strength at the back for Jamaica. She was the captain. She went off the court, Jill, and that really did sway the game against Botswana.
Oh, I thought it when Dehaney left the court, it was the difference. At that time, the Jamaicans were 4 goals up and very clearly quite steady and in control of the match. Dehaney went off, they lost their leader and they struggled. Botswana were able to catch up, and I thought that's where Jamaica lost the match.
So 3 goals all, Uganda in possession. And almost round there, Dehaney just couldn't quite get round the body of Ayaru.
Got to take the shots. Ayaru is a very good shooter. Got to be confident, turn, put your shots into the post. Every extra pass is one that the opposition can intercept and get them a goal.
So chasing everything, the Jamaican defence of Wilson and Dehaney. Just some hesitation to take that shot, Jill, like you mentioned.
Yes, Dehaney and Wilson are an accomplished defensive unit, so it's very hard to get the ball. But I would like to see that the 2 Uganda shooters put a bit more movement on them, split the defenders, and I think the ball could go in quite nicely.
Oh, good. Oh, contact. So good attempt. A double team of the Ugandan defence, but it will be a penalty. And we've seen some good, excellent mid-range shooting from Williams, and she's got the composure to keep slotting those home. Great goal, stepped in, still scores the goal. 5 goals to Uganda, 4 to Jamaica. So not stopping the high ball yet into Nelson. So what can Nampungu do? And Nawanja, it is about getting the arms over that ball coming in, just to try and lift it a bit more so that Nawanja might just get a chance to intercept.
When you've got a tall shooter that's quite dominant, the wing defence and the centre have quite a vital part to play in putting pressure on the pass to make the pass a not so good pass. And then the goalkeeper has an opportunity to either touch it or intercept it. Otherwise, it's a perfect pass. They really have no hope.
So the pressure is definitely on Uganda with the work of the defensive line. It's not as fluent as it was, and there we see turnover. So Jamaica in possession. And that's what they can't afford to do with Uganda.
No, if they lose their composure, then they're going to turn it over, Jamaica. And if they just keep calm, keep their composure, it should be quite simple to get the ball. They've got a wonderful target down there in Nelson, and they can use her very well. But these silly unforced errors are costly for them.
So Wilson out on the penalty. And can't afford to step in. Dehaney will just hold her ground. We talk a lot about this African perception of stepping in. It's part of their shot, part of their action, and it will be costly against someone like Dehaney. First bit of pressure and error by Nelson. So good defensive work, but Dehaney just pulled for the obstruction. And she was the captain. She had an awful lot to say at the end of the game against Botswana, Jill.
Yes, she was very animated, obviously terribly upset at the loss, and wasn't happy, but got to turn it round. Those games come and you lose games that you don't expect to. So as the captain, she's got to lead her team and do it strongly and lead by example out there on the court today.
So stepped in. And that just won't do anything to Dehaney. She will, as we said, hold her ground. She'll go from the landing foot. We talked about it in the previous games when shooters have stepped in. Good response by Nelson. So Jamaica take the lead, 7 goals to Uganda's 6.
Feel the team that can move the ball a bit quicker and catch and pass it a bit quicker will be the team that will come out ahead in this game. It's quite physical, there's body on body, and the ball is quite slow in being released. So if they can, either team, catch it, turn, find the next pass, release, and the ball moves quickly, I reckon they will come out on top.
So both umpires tidying up some of the body on body, the contact. Can Uganda adjust their shooting, not use the step in, and bring this game back? It's a 2-goal margin. Jamaica lead 8-6. So 1 back. Jamaica centre pass. So uncontested ball in to Nelson, and Jamaica lead 9-7.
Jamaica are doing a great job defensively through the court and just confusing the space, holding up the Ugandans, having to work it in. So Jamaica at this point in time are a little bit on top and doing well.
So Williams and pops out, but Nelson picks up the rebound. The Jamaican supporters, they're eagerly watching this game. Everyone wants to know the outcome, particularly the locals of Botswana and Gaborone.
The height difference of Nelson is having a profound effect. It's quite easy for her to get the ball. Uganda has to do more on that pass, and Nwanji has to take a running jump to try and even get a touch to knock it out of her hand.
So we've got a 4-goal margin, and we can see the Ugandans' game in this attacking third. The goal third has definitely been disrupted by the quality defence. So still she steps, lands the shot. What do you do if you've got a shooter that feels they've got to step into the defence each time?
Well, it's the length of the steps she's taking. Your coaching-wise, you would ask her, sure, she wants to put a weight on her front foot. That's her shooting style, but lessen the distance of that step. She can still do the same action with a much shorter step.
Oh, costly error to Uganda. Jamaica have a 4-goal lead. It's likely to increase. And the defence of Uganda just caught on the contact. So Nampungu trying to go on the fly. So can Uganda get this ball down and narrow the gap?
I think at the next break, the Ugandan coaching staff are going to have to look at their circle defence. It's the height is the factor there, the lack of height by the defenders. It's really quite difficult for them.
So Uganda won't want to shoot the long shot. They'll try and work this through closer. And another contact call against the Uganda goal shooter, Sira. And lots of space behind Nelson, a one-on-one. And Nampungu, she tried to get in there to put the pressure on, but the fast ball release, she was too late.
And the unforced error rate of the Ugandans is giving the Jamaicans the ball. They're looking in control, and that control is giving them confidence. So they've had a great first quarter, looking good.
Oh, Dehaney, she'll take that one. So it looks like this game at the moment is running away. And just as we speak, we see the turnover, but that's the end of the first quarter, and it's a healthy lead from Jamaica. There's nothing Uganda can do in and around their circle. They're struggling to get the ball into the shooters of Sira and Ayaru, struggling against the captain Dehaney and Wilson. It's 14 goals to Jamaica, 8 to Uganda, and we'll leave you with the highlights of the first 15 minutes and be back for quarter two. So welcome back to the second quarter of this match. It's Jamaica against Uganda, and the scoreline 14 goals to Jamaica, 8 to Uganda. Probably not what we expected early on. However, the defence of Jamaica just too strong for the shooter pairing of Uganda, who seem to continue to step in or try and just force that ball in. And we also talked about the height difference of Nelson, the goal shooter for Jamaica, up against Nawanja.
So as Uganda take it down into their attack line, they've got to get some width in this goal third to keep the long arms of the Jamaicans out of it. We've never seen another turnover. Too costly for Uganda. They can't keep doing that.
So relying on the high ball to Nelson. The height difference well in favour of Jamaica. And that was better pressure, so the goal defence, Nampungu, quicker back to put the double on Nelson, get round the back and stop that ball going through. Just really struggling to get this ball out of their third. So what do Uganda need to do at this stage, Jill?
Just get some more structure in attack. They're sort of all running to the same spot, and then there's no space because the Jamaicans defensively are doing a very good job and cutting it all off. But run to it hard, release it, look for the next one, get that ball moving a bit quicker than it is at the moment.
So Uganda won't take these long shots. They look to work the ball through to the post, and this is where it gets difficult for them, forced back. So managed to secure one. So deficit of 7. And footwork call, so costly error. Jamaica back in possession. So the goal counts, would have been another penalty. It's 17-9 to Jamaica, their centre pass. And again, easy offload into Nelson.
Yes, it's just too easy going in there, Uganda, and not applying enough defensive pressure down in that goal third. And Jamaica look in total control of what they're doing out there.
So both shooters out. This is the difficulty. So we'll see the step towards the goal. What will Dehaney do?
I think it's going to be a lesson learned for the 2 Ugandan shooters about finding another way. There's got to be more than one way of doing it. And at the moment, their holding game and the big step in is not working. They've got to find another way.
So big, long ball, aerial ball into Nelson, the Jamaican goal shooter. Not a lot that the Ugandan players can do in defence at the moment against that. And there it goes again. So 2 quick goals, and we see Jamaica move into a 10-goal lead. So there we see the coaches, the players of Botswana looking on. And I guess for them, it's not the result they want.
No, after the euphoria of yesterday, this will be bitter because it will mean they will not be in the top 8. And that's a shame for them after playing so well. But that's the way it goes. And well done to Jamaica. They've come out, they've regrouped, and they're putting together a nice controlled game and reaping the rewards at the moment.
And Williams sets. She'll shoot these every day. She did in the previous game. So Jamaica on a roll. It's a 12-goal lead. Get a feeling that they're going to continue and build on this margin.
Jamaica body's too tall, too strong in every facet, so they're just outplaying the Ugandans.
So Uganda will need to keep working. They've got to get Dehaney on the move, but again, it's another contact call against the goal attack. Ayaru. So the Jamaicans are in the crowd, the flags are out. Jamaica, they've silenced the local community who are in here tonight with this scoreline. It will mean, as Jill said, that Botswana will not be playing for positions 1 through to 8. So manages to secure one. It's still a 14-goal margin, an awful lot to do as we play out the last 6.5 minutes of the second quarter. And it's another good shot from Williams. It'll be interesting to see whether Jamaica and the coaches make any changes, Jill, or whether they keep the stability that maybe they lost when the changes were made in the previous game with Botswana.
Exactly, I think they've done so well in this half. they're playing well. They look confident. They look in control of everything. I would at least give this 7 another quarter to keep it going and to keep that confidence about them, because they're going to have tougher games than this moving forward. And I don't know what the coaches will think, which is they think is their top 7, but this 7 is a pretty good one, so I would let it run for at least the third quarter and then maybe make a few changes.
So Botswana under 21 squad, they're on a rest day today and they're watching this show. They've had a spa morning, they've had a lunch with their president, and now they're being treated to a game which probably is not going the way they wanted.
One of the hard things for Botswana was it was so good for them yesterday, and it was quite a good thing that they had their rest day today, because they needed to get down off the high and refocus, because they so very easily could have been playing for positions 1 through 8, but sitting there they would be feeling a bit sad and a bit sorry now, because their hopes of being in that top 8 are looking like they're going to fade. Very dismal unless the Ugandan team can do something rather amazing and turn this game around.
So as we move into the final 4 minutes of the second quarter, this indicates that the two teams on court, Jamaica and Uganda, will go through from Pool C to play out for positions 1 to 8 at the business end of the Netball World Youth Cup.
But even though the scoreline is going out by quite a considerable margin at the moment, Uganda must learn. They're going to come up against defenders that are as tall as Dehaney and Wilson and their arms, and they've got to learn and readjust and tweak their game accordingly.
So it was a good rebound, but came from out of court there, and that was Nalwanja. So Nelson again, but just can't quite pull that one in. So chance for Uganda, crowd right behind them. It's often 2 passes forward and the defensive pressure of Jamaica stops them, and they're forced to play the ball back. So can they penetrate this space towards the circle edge?
The two Ugandan shooters are lovely movers, yet they want to hold and body up, and that plays into the hands of Dehaney and Wilson. I think they've got to keep moving and get the two the Jamaican defenders on a one-on-one, and they will start to open more for them.
So Ayaru steps in, and it's the goal defence there. Wilson, who just gets caught on the contact. So 14 goals for Uganda, still the 13-goal margin. So one back. Again, great extension from Nelson. Just scoops that ball in. Is there a danger there that a taller defence could steal that from her with just that one arm going in the air, Jill?
Oh, most definitely, and that's what the Uganda coaches need to look for, a taller body on Nelson. It's just too easy, and it's giving the Nelson and the Jamaican feeders a lot of confidence at the moment.
So 28 goals to Jamaica, 16 to Uganda. Williams, she secures another goal. So we may see some changes from Uganda moving into the second half. Something might just need to change to counteract Nelson, the goal shooter from Jamaica.
And this is where the coach, at the moment, they're getting beaten. The 7-on court are getting beaten. You've got to do something. So I would expect to see change, because at the moment, with what they've got, it's not going to win.
So good movement, good roll round to the ball side, and another one back. So it's 29-17. Quick opportunity to try and get this ball down in the final seconds of quarter two. And no, Uganda timed out, so it's a first half score of 29 goals to 17 in favour of Jamaica. Fine performance, they've regrouped. They've definitely put out a consistent performance through 30 minutes. It's Jamaica 29, Uganda 17. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the second half, and we'll leave you with the highlights of quarter two.
We've got young girls here who are ready to hit the dance floor, and all they want is good music. DJ! Microsoft Private Hospital, Sabeno. This is some of the sponsors and the partners who made this tournament possible. We are here because of the following sponsors. Therefore, it's very important to acknowledge and appreciate them. Hashtag! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back Team Jamaica! And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back Team Uganda! Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into the third quarter of the game with Jamaica leading with 29 and Uganda 17.
So welcome back to the third quarter. It's Jamaica versus Uganda. A healthy, good, strong scoreline and performance from Jamaica. It's 29 goals to 17. We'll bring any changes to you as we receive them from down courtside and from the officials. And we talked about whether Jamaica would be mixing up their lineup, and safe to say they've not made any changes as far as we can see from up in the commentary stand.
And that's a good thing, as I was previously saying. I think they need to have another 15 minutes and really put a good quarter together and keep their confidence going forward into the quarterfinals. But one change I can see is Sarah, the goal shooter for Uganda, is now in the goalkeeper position. So that'll be an interesting one. At least she has the height to match Nelson, and that might just be enough to put off the Jamaican feeders.
So credit to Uganda. They've recognised the need to try something different against Nelson, and Uganda first on the scoring board for this, the third quarter. So away Uganda go again. Just electing to play a shorter game. They seem more aware of the fact that the aerial ball is costly, particularly in this goal third with the likes of Wilson and Dehaney. So 10 goals the difference, and it is a Uganda centre pass. And the crowd went quiet for a while. They've sensed that Uganda could find themselves coming back a little bit in this game.
But already we can see in that Uganda shooting circle a little bit more movement, and the effect it's having on Dehaney and Wilson, and the spaces are opening up. And they've clawed back 3 goals, and they need to keep doing this. It's the fighting quality of the Ugandans, but all Jamaica have to do is not panic, just keep their calm, because they're doing well, they're playing nicely, keep the ball, get it into their shooters who will finish it off. It's the error rate, the unforced error rate, which has been very costly for Uganda. And Jamaica have made them pay and scored from them.
So the changes for Uganda in the third quarter. Ayaru at goal shooter. And we've got Kiza at wing attack, Adunya at centre, Nalwanja at wing defence, Nampungu stays at goal defence, and Sarah at goalkeeper. So just chose not to take the shots. You can't help but feel they're the ones that they should be attempting rather than risking the passes around the circle. So hesitation from the Uganda shooter pairing.
And I'm sure the coaches are saying, as every coach probably would, that you would rather a shooter take the shot and attempt the shot and miss it rather than get the pass that is intercepted. It's very frustrating. They've got to have confidence in their own ability to turn and put the shot up.
So there's the crowd applauding the goal, and the Jamaican fans in the house, in the arena at the University of Botswana Indoor Sports Centre will be much happier this evening as they leave the venue. It won't be the experience, I'm sure, of yesterday when Botswana stole the game by the two-goal difference. Good arms over the ball there from Dehaney. It's that step in, it steps right into the range of the defence.
Unfortunately, Aru is not learning. Dehaney's doing an excellent job in maintaining her position at a good 3 feet mark, and Iaru is not learning.
Good rebound, Nelson. Williams not able to secure that goal. You can pretty much guess who will be the taker of the rebound with the height difference, and that's Nelson. So Nelson, age 19, standing at 190 centimetres. A lot of these players, including Nelson, uncapped at international level. So she could be someone we see transition into the senior group, Jill, at some point.
Oh, and I don't think she's alone. There's some lovely talent in this Jamaican team, and you can see them making the transition into the senior ranks. They're very good athletes. They're doing a great job, and she certainly has the athleticism and the height to be able to take that next step into the open ranks.
So the umpire just tidying the defence and had a word there with Nampungu. So back to a 15-goal margin for Jamaica. So better ball, better play from Uganda.
We saw movement and we saw the space open and a lovely feed into the Auru. So that's what they need to keep doing, and the spaces will open. Uganda looking a bit fatigued and their body management is not good. There's a lot of whistle happening in this game, and it just looks like they're feeling the efforts of the past games and what the pressure that Jamaica's putting on them at the moment.
So as the clock counts down in quarter 3, it's a 14-goal margin that has developed from Jamaica. As we move into the last 5 minutes, just can't help but sense that Jamaica will come out on top in this game and just keep powering ahead, increasing the difference. So disappointing day for Uganda so far.
I think Dehaney's playing a very smart game out there. She knows the rule, she's getting a good distance and just maintaining that hold. Very stop-starty down in this attack end, and it's not the prettiest of games we've seen, but once again the Jamaican defence have done a great job and turned the ball over.
So a correction to bring to you from the substitutions and the courtside officials. It is actually player 9, Nalan Kuma, that is on in the wing defence spot for Uganda.
Sarah is having an effect down in that Jamaican shooting circle. She is causing a bit of confusion and disruption and turning the ball over, which is good to see.
So the crowd not happy. So we still get the smile from the Botswana camp, who eagerly await this result. So Uganda managed to get a goal back as we move into the final 2 minutes, but it's been a dominant performance so far from Jamaica. Much better, more consistent, maintain their structure. We've had the same 7 playing out through the 3 quarters.
There we see Dehaney again, just maintaining her position, putting pressure on that shot. Uwara's got to make some adjustment to it. She just can't keep doing the same thing, which isn't working.
A nice quick ball from Williams, finds Nelson. Pretty easy there, just caught Sarah not sighting that ball. So Nelson, she scores another, so 38 goals to Jamaica, 25 to Uganda. So umpires quick to tidy up any body contact as Uganda try and get this ball through to goal in the final minute. But no, again, just another error, and Jill, it's just not turning out the way Uganda hoped.
No, they're all on top of one another, and that's just playing into the defensive style, the long arms of the Jamaican defenders. They need some width to the game up here in Uganda, so to make the Jamaican defenders a one-on-one, then they have a much better chance of getting the ball. When they all get in a bunch, as we can sort of see them there at the moment, it's terribly, terribly hard to get a feed in, and it's much easier for the defenders to come around and get a hand on the ball.
So that is time called by the umpire, and it is Jamaica 38, Uganda 25. It's a 13-goal difference. In commentary, we can't quite see Uganda overtaking Jamaica at this stage with 15 minutes left to play in this game. So we'll be back in a few minutes' time to see whether Uganda can close the gap, but it's a healthy lead by Jamaica. We'll leave you with the highlights of the third quarter.
Once again, this is Netball versus Top 2017. And the ball, Lady A, Jamaica,
So players return to the court, and we'll bring any changes to you as soon as we receive them in commentary. But it is the final 15 minutes of this, one of the most important games to decide the winners of Pool C, and we've seen a convincing performance so far from Jamaica.
And there again, the goal, they continue to step in, and Katie Andahaney doing a wonderful job. She's really playing a smart defensive game out there, turning the ball over nicely.
Ooh, just knocked her head there, went for the ball and did make the intercept, but she's okay. She's on her feet, and that's the goal defence, Nalwanja. So Uganda gain the goal. It's a big margin to close down now, 12 goals with the way Uganda are playing. They're just not able to counteract the pressure of Jamaica on defence.
No, and at this level, 12 goals in 15 minutes when they've been struggling the whole match is a big ask. And all Jamaica are doing is just controlling the play. They're playing very nicely. They're calm. They're doing what they have to do. They're finishing it off, and at both ends doing the job.
So this is the live stream. It's brought to you from QTV Sports in partnership with Botswana TV, and already we've witnessed over 1 million viewers joining us for what is a fantastic inaugural Netball World Youth Cup. It's the flagship event run by, on this occasion, Botswana Netball Association, and it's a flagship event for the International Netball Federation, known as the INF.
And this Pool C is so tightly contested by the three teams, the two we're looking at the moment, plus Botswana. One of the things Uganda have to try and do is stay as close in score to Jamaica, because it's going to come down to goal differential, and if the score blows out by too much, there is a risk they might get out of the 1 to 8 playoffs, and Botswana might go in, so they need to keep scoring.
And we challenge anybody to work out the exact figures, and there's the technical advisor just popped off the screen, and that's Kate Carpenter. She's been working hard with the preparations, and the coaches of Botswana, Jill, ready for this competition.
Yeah, she has been coming and going to Botswana over the last 12 to 18 months and working very nicely with the coaches, and is very complimentary of the Botswana coaching staff and how they've handled this team, especially yesterday under the pressure that they were under. She was very complimentary, saying that the decisions they made were spot on, and they've handled the whole pressure situation very, very well.
So just to confirm, at wing defence, it is for Uganda now Fauzia Nakibule.
Nelson just continues to do her job. Very calm, very controlled, get the ball, turn, shoot. And that's what you want from your shooters. been a bit unfortunate. The real fight's gone out of this game, and I guess for the crowd that has assembled in the stadium, it's been a bit of a disappointment after the wonderful game we saw yesterday and the excitement of it and the excitement of the win for Botswana. This one hasn't lived up to expectations, but full credit to Jamaica because they have controlled this game from the start.
So Uganda need to stay in as close contention as possible with this game. We do sense that this game, if the margin extends beyond 20, then it could be Uganda in third. So all the mathematicians are out there looking at what the eventualities might be, but Uganda just hanging in there, keeping this scoreline margin down at the moment to 11 goals. So it's 10-goal difference. And the local crowd right behind Uganda.
And no panic required from Jamaica. Uganda have had a run, a few goals. They just need to go back to what they've been doing so very well all game. Don't let it fall away in this last 15 minutes.
And a warning given by the umpire. And that's to the wing defence from Jamaica, Douglas. Another one creeps in. So closing the gap, and it is Uganda's centre pass as we move into the final 7 minutes of this final quarter. So out of court, Dehaney with the throw-in.
At least we're seeing a bit of excitement gathering from the crowd, so well done to Uganda for providing a bit of fight back and making the game a little bit more exciting than it has been. But well done again. Interception by Sarah. She's doing a good job back in that goalkeeper position.
So Sarah, she moved from being the strength at the shooting end to do her best against the height of Nelson, and that's a great response. Ayaru, she puts the ball in for Uganda. So 8 goals the difference. And that's the timeout called by the wing defence, Douglas.
This would be a bit of a little concern to the Jamaican coaches. It was in the last quarter yesterday that Jamaica faltered, and again we're just seeing that faltering a little bit in the mental side and the concentration that is needed to see out a 60-minute game.
Just caught on the contact, the right idea from the goal defence. Uganda working in partnership with Ayaru. Jamaica contesting every ball, tight on the body of their opponent. And they can't afford to take too long to put these shots up if they want to bring this game any closer.
Yes, they have to try and get the score differential as low as possible to ensure that they do get a 1 to 8 spot. And that's a poor shot. That's the pressure that comes with the situation.
So the clock runs down. Jamaica hold on. And Nelson, the strength at the shooting end for Jamaica. She's been a real influential figure for Jamaica in this game. And we've got just 4.5 minutes to play out.
No need for Williams to go in there. Nelson had the ball. Williams just needed to stay out of it and let Nelson take the shot.
And it is Titania Blackstock that has replaced Douglas at wing defence for Jamaica. So good shooting. It's probably and is too late. It's an 8-goal difference, but Uganda in this last 5 minutes have definitely made a bit of a difference to the scoreline, Jill.
Yeah, they have. They've fought hard, and that's good to see that they haven't capitulated. But it is Jamaica that are making the silly errors now. And as I said, after yesterday, the fourth quarter, and today, the fourth quarter, it's something the coaches need to address, because when they get into those quarterfinals and hopefully the semi-finals, then they can't be playing just 3 quarters. They need to put a solid 4 quarters together.
So that's Williams down and timeout called. She's holding her ankle there, so she will need to leave the court. And the umpire just asking that the treatment's not on the court, but she does leave. And there will be a replacement goal attack for Jamaica.
Dehaney not moving her feet. She's got the lovely long arms, but she can't just reach over and around her body and force a contact. She's got to use her feet to get around.
So Uganda called for obstruction. Sorry, Uganda with a shot, Jamaica called for obstruction. And that will be another goal. So 7-goal margin. Credit to Uganda. They've come back strong in quarter 4. Time will be against them. The coach change of Sarah to goalkeeper, giving the height match to Nelson, definitely helped Uganda in the second half. So Jamaica will probably just try and move this ball around. Oh no, given away.
No panic required. Just keep the ball and stay calm and work it in. The spaces will open.
to 3 for Uganda, but it was probably a big ask, a big risk. Might be worth it though at this stage just to close the gap. And it is a contact call. So chance for Uganda to get what probably will be the final shot of this game. And just not wanting to take the long shot. So it could go to a 5-goal margin. A great response from Uganda in the final 15 minutes. Uganda supporters there on the feet. Can they get one more? No, game over. So it's 44 goals to Jamaica. Fine performance, just a little bit shaky towards the end, but they came back stronger after yesterday's disappointment against the home nation. It's a scoreline of Jamaica 44, Uganda 39. So we'll await the calculations. We'll attempt to work it out and make a decision. But Botswana go wild. The Botswana team are ecstatic. So if they're correct, they know something that we have yet to confirm.
Yeah, so the crowd's going wild, Botswana players are going wild. So somebody's made an announcement. It would appear Botswana have made the top 8 and into the quarterfinals by what we're witnessing here at the stadium.
So we'll leave you with the highlights of this game 5 on day 5, and keep your eye on the website nyc2017.com, and you'll be able to see the pool placings as they emerge through the final games. But the crowd are ecstatic, and the announcements may just be being made. We've yet to have that confirmed in commentary. So we'll leave you with the crowd going wild. From what it seems, Uganda are celebrating, Botswana are celebrating, Jamaica are standing still. That might just indicate that both the African nations are in the top 8. We'll be back for more action at 7 o'clock, and it's the game against the Cook Islands and Malaysia. So wonderful scenes, and we'll leave you with those highlights as well, and the crowd performance.
So many efforts been done